Thank you so much for letting me know I'm muted. I get it. I don't understand why I can't get this right. Oh my God. Sorry guys. I did not know I was muted. I'm still getting used to OBS. Remember, I came from XSplit. I was on XSplit and I stopped using XSplit because the audio was out of sync. So I'm so glad I'm looking at the chat because Eric, what's up, Eric? Thank you for looking out. Thank you for looking out for me, Eric. I saw Eric before I saw Gray tell me that my mic was muted, and I'm so sorry. I hate it. I hate that happens, but it is what it is. So anyway, I'm gonna repeat what I was saying. You guys you're gonna have to get used to that. But please always tell me when I'm muted because I'm not used to OBS. I've been using XSplit for 4 years. 4 years I've been using XSplit, and I'm now using OBS because XSplit won't get their act together in reference to the audio being out of sync. So I'm gonna tell you something. XSplit is easy to use, but OBS is just it works better. So anyway, as I was saying, this is an impromptu stream. I decided to do this stream because this is a subject I love to talk about. And Steven did a panel, and I got word of the panel, and I just watched about good 15 minutes of it, and I was like, oh, hell. I'm going to do a response video to this. Now, because it's talking about rape and sexual assault and stealthing, this video will not be monetized. But the Streamlabs are on, by the way. And you can donate through Super Chats. But anyway, I haven't been active on this channel because of my political channel. I spend 95% of my time on my OB. Yeah, exactly, Eric. OBS does have a learning curve. I just got to get used to it again. I mean, not again. I got to get used to it because coming from such an easy platform, XSplit, to coming to here, it's just a different thing. So anyway. So I want to get some content on this channel because everybody think I have abandoned it. It's not the case. It's just that I have my own streaming thing going on my actual website, treeoflogic.com, and I'm just concentrating on my politics. But I'm gonna come whenever I find a video, and there's a lot of back videos I'm supposed to be doing, but this is gonna be good. You guys are gonna love this. And I told you. Hold on, let me drink some water. I told you that conservatives, and I know my camera is a little slanted. I don't feel like fixing it. Conservatives, conservative women and liberal women have different mentalities. And we're going to watch. I watched 15 minutes of it, and it looks like there's only 2 people who got some sanity on this panel. That's Steven and some young lady named Cherry, I think. Besides Prime is the one this is his panel. I need to email Prime. I was going to give him some ideas. I forgot to give him some ideas, but holy shit, this is going to be a good video, response video. So buckle up. Y'all about to see some crazy ass liberal women. And I told you guys, when you guys fuck these liberal women and they fuck you over, don't be crying to me. Go ahead and join the red pill. Talk about crying about how women fucked you over, you stupid ass men. Okay? This is what I'm saying. I'm like, how the fuck do you not see the red flags? Oh, because you're thinking with your dingling. So check this out. Let's look at how this all got started. Now, it took me a long time to find this shit because Steven deletes his tweets. He deletes a lot of his tweets. I'm like, why is he doing that? I guess he don't want to get mass reported. So it all started with some woman named Jessica. All right. And this is what she said. She tweeted this, and her entire Twitter is nuked. I think she just left Twitter completely, which shows some mentally unstable, and that she doesn't like confrontation. And I pretty much agree with the narrative that Stephen and Sherry are saying. So let's get to it. So she tweeted, a dude slipped his condom off during sex after I asked him to wear one this week. And it's been bothering me, but I was too awkward to say anything. Not the first time this has happened. Stop doing this, men. First of all, why are you typing this on Twitter? Like, now, I told you I hate passive aggressiveness. I can't stand passive aggressive men, and I damn sure can't stand no passive aggressive women, right? So I don't know if she's doing this with the possibility that the person she's having sex with who's slipping the condom off is following her on Twitter, because she's too much of a goddamn chicken shit woman to say this to this man's face. If you cannot tell the man you opening up your legs with to stop taking the condom off, close your legs. Now, by the way, I'm not going to take it easy on this entire situation. That's not my style. I think these women need a reality check. Like, I don't understand this whole, but they're liberals, okay? I'm a right-winger, so I do come at it a little harder than most people. But the thing about it is that I don't know what was the purpose of first spilling your personal business out on Twitter, and then at the end of your tweet you go, stop doing this, men, as if you are not without fault. Men are stupid. They are. And if you tell the man you are having sex with to stop doing that, guess what? For the most part, they'll stop doing it. Now, if it was bothering you, you should have opened your mouth and told him. And you also should have laid out boundaries. I don't understand. Ladies, listen to me, ladies. Listen to me. Before you have sex with a man, lay out the boundaries. Tell him what you're not going to do and what you'd like to do. Tell him what to never do and tell him, do not cross these lines. Tell him that if he ever crossed those boundaries, ever, that not only would you get rid of him, but y'all not going to have sex no more, ever. And if he ever takes it to another level, which you should check yourself, women, if you are messing with a dangerous man who's going to put his hands on you, okay? I mean, come on now, the signs are there. The signs are there. So the type of sex you like and the type of method and the do's and the don'ts, your limits and your boundaries, that should be discussed before you open up your fucking legs. So if you, now let's say for instance, like, okay, Tree, we did discuss everything and I forgot about the stealthing part. Okay. When it happens and you know this happens, you stop. Now, let's say, for instance, he's bigger than you and you don't want to stop the rhythm. I can't relate to this shit, but I'm just saying I'm trying to be more courteous to a person's flight. So let's say, for instance, he's doing this and you don't want to stop because it feels good. Well, when it's done, then you have to have a conversation with him afterwards and say, hey, I noticed that you took the condom off during sex. I don't like that. That bothers me. Why did you do that? And if you're like, because I don't like condoms, then you have to say, is wearing condoms going to be a problem? Is this going to be a problem for you? And if he argues with you about it, then guess what? That's your red flag to get out of the relationship. Because he's going to do it again and do it again. And his comfort is more important than your boundaries. So that's not a good match. He doesn't respect you to respect your wishes. So get rid of him. It's just that simple. But if he goes, okay, I get it. You don't want me to take off the condom. Saying, all right, it won't happen again. Okay, it won't happen then. And then there's that. Use your words. It's not hard. It's not hard to open up your mouth. I've had been stealth twice. One was unintentional and one was intentional. The unintentional I'll never forget, I was a freshman or a sophomore, either a freshman or a sophomore in college. And the guy I was having sex with used a condom out of his wallet, and that was his last condom. Turned out it was an old condom. When we was changing positions, I looked down at the eggplant and noticed that at the top of the shaft was a rolled up rubber. And then there was a piece of the rubber was hanging on the side. So I stopped. And I said, hey. What's going on with the condom? And he looked and he said, oh, it must have broke. And then he began to come back on and start kissing me. I was like, whoa. It broke? When was you going to tell me it broke? Well, it was getting good. And it was like, I'm sorry, we're done. And I kid you not, I got up and I was like, okay, I'm about to go take a shower. We're done. We're not having. He's like, that's it. You're going to leave me hanging like that? Said, you better please yourself with your hands. Now, I get it, guys. I get it. I'm alpha, saying I'm very assertive. I'm very aggressive. I'm 6'3". I mean, I could get away with more than your average woman. But I would like women who are not in my position to join in. What's up, Trisha? I thought these women were all about my body, my choice. No, girl, they're big hypocrites. So I want to see how they're going to get to this position where they can't even, how you can't speak up. Because if you are opening up your legs to a man who can potentially beat you up, that says a lot about you. I mean, you should see the signs if you're about to get with a guy. And there's always 911, okay? It's always, you should know what type of man you are opening your legs up to. And that's the problem. Y'all don't allow the whole courting thing and the vetting thing. So this is what she said. So Stephen, this is what I'm so confused on, because I'm not on Twitter. I'm suspended. That I know I'm using Twitter, but this is on a suspended account. Okay, I think this is when Stephen quote tweeted somebody else quote tweeting her, because he didn't directly respond to her initially with this one. So Stephen said, if you are noticing someone is taking a condom off and you can't say anything, you probably don't have the emotional maturity to engage in sex. You should just grab a caretaker. I should have proofread this. You should grab a caretaker or something and stick to masturbating to furry pores. No wonder he deleted it. No wonder he deleted it. No wonder he deleted this shit, dude. Holy shit. Okay. So, and then I guess somebody got really mad at him. And then he said this, because all of these are screenshots. These are deleted tweets. These are not on his actual Twitter. And then he says, sorry, I want to apologize for my last tweet. You should treat every single woman you come across like a retarded child who's incapable of voicing an opinion about literally anything. Ideally, you would bring her dad along. Ideally, you would bring her dad along to every fuck so he can guide her through the process. So anyway, what's that, Sun Dormant? Yeah. No. This is live because I don't have this hooked up to my stream on my channel on my website. So I'm here. I'll get it fixed. I'll get it fixed in the future, so you guys can go to my website. But I didn't have this particular YouTube channel connected to my stream on my website. I'll get it fixed. But I need to get some content on here. What's up, Aaron? I need to get some content on here, and this looks like some fun content to respond to. All right. So anyway, it looks like Steven got a lot of backlash for this, and so therefore they had a panel, I guess. And boy, this panel is something else. So let's go to that panel. And I want to. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna do a live response to this. Oh, I definitely want this. Hold on a second. How do we? Oof. Okay, I'm gonna have to shrink myself. There we go. All right, so we can see everybody in here. All right, y'all ready? So let's see. Hold on. I may have to fast forward because there's some. Let me see where we are. Hold on.
No sound, buddy. We'll get back to you, Stabby.
Social engagements, okay? I talked about it on my podcast. We talked about it on Lily a week ago or 2 weeks ago. We can have those conversations. Those conversations cannot happen as like the aftermath of someone talking about their sexual assault. So I get that that's something that is now important to you and that you want to talk about. Why not? Because it's extremely destructive discourse, which is why we're all on this panel now. Because
we can't have a conversation after an event happens about how to avoid situations like that in the future.
Your response to someone sharing about a sexual assault that they had cannot be minimizing their experience and giving meaningless.
How is this a sexual assault? So do you see what I'm talking about? These crazy ass liberal women. Hold on. See, this is why I laugh at you stupid ass MGTOW red pill men. Do you see how dumb this is? You stick your dingling. This is what I'm saying. I'm so glad I'm a woman. You look at this woman and all you think about is, oh, can't wait to fuck her, can't wait to, and you don't listen to the crazy shit she's saying. How the hell is this sexual assault? This tweet right here. Let me read it to you again. A dude, this is consensual. She's saying that a consensual act is sexual assault. A dude slipped his condom off during sex after I asked him to wear one this week, and it's been bothering me. So therefore, she consented to the sexual act. She just didn't consent to him taking off the condom. So taking off a condom is sexual assault now? It's a shitty thing. It's a shitty thing to do, and it will break your trust. But it's not sexual assault because you did not say no anytime during the sexual act. Also, ladies, excuse me. I don't know if you guys have, ladies, when I say guys, I'm talking about ladies. I don't know if you ladies have a problem looking at down there between your legs. But I never, ever during the history of having sex, not look down there to see what's going on. You know what I mean? Not once. So what do? Y'all just keep looking at the ceiling or something? You're not looking at the actual penetration? Now, granted, if you're doggy style or he's behind you, granted, sure. But you know what you could do? You could take this hand, if you're right-handed. If you're left-handed, you can take this hand, and you can go down there and actually feel his eggplant going inside you to make sure there's a condom on there. That is not sexual assault. God damn. Master Musa, let me tell you something. Don't be coming in here with no fucking goddamn stupid bullshit, okay? I will put your bitch ass in a goddamn timeout. All right. Slipping off a condom is not sexual assault. It's a consensual act. Please explain to me how, if you're having consensual sex and somebody takes off a condom, how the fuck is that sexual assault? And how is poking holes in a condom sexual assault too? So you go, if a girl poke holes in a guy's condom, that's also sexual assault. See what I'm talking about? These fucking people don't know what the fucking definition. They fucking goddamn redefine words. These people are retarded. That's the reason why I'm doing this stream. Because I don't want you guys to take the retardation from these fucking lefties and think that that's what we do here on the right. See, on the right, we actually do. As a matter of fact, let's look up the goddamn definition to sexual assault. Because I you know what I'm saying, define sexual assault. Let's look it up. Let's look it up. Hold on. Can you guys see this? No, you can't. Hold on a second. Okay, you can see that. Okay, let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit. Okay. Let's look up this definition of sexual assault for the dumb motherfuckers in the goddamn chat, okay? Sexual assault. Illegal sexual contact that usually involves force upon a person without consent, or is inflicted upon a person who is incapable of giving consent, as because of age or physical or mental incapacity, or who places the assailant, such as a doctor, in a position of trust of authority. If you say one more time some bullshit, let me tell you monkeys something in my goddamn chat, okay? Because I'm going to give you a warning. We are right-wingers here. We are not fucking libtards. Do you understand me? We go by the definition of dictionary.com, Merriam-Webster.com, and I think it's another one. Do not bring your redefined Marxist fucking definition in my goddamn chat. I will put your bitch ass in timeout. We deal with reality here, not your fucking goddamn words or violence. Oh my God, you're raping me with my eyes. Shut the fuck up. Go to your fucking liberal goddamn corner and talk that bullshit here. This is the definition of sexual assault, and this is what we will deal with. So now, as I was saying, as we have seen the definition of actual sexual assault, let me remind you that this shit is not sexual assault. They had consensual sex. And during the consensual sex, she said it was awkward. She did not say she felt forced or felt violated. She said it was awkward. You know, what's up, Abe, baby? You know what's awkward is? Asking somebody to dance and they turn you down. That's embarrassing and it's very awkward. And actually asking somebody is awkward. Asking somebody to do something outside your thing, your boundaries, that's going to violate your boundaries, is being awkward. So this right here is not sexual assault. All right, let's get back to this fucking
advice, because you actually want to talk about how women should communicate more during sex. What this woman has shared about is not sex. It's sexual assault.
No, it's not.
I think we should stop using the word sexual assault. It's really cringe. It doesn't get us anywhere in this conversation. Number one.
Do you want me to say rape? I want to say rape.
So now she want to turn this. Do you see how fucked up these women are? She want to turn this from sexual assault to rape. This is rape, guys. Stealthing is rape now. So see, ladies, do not feel sorry for these fucking dumbass men who are from the MGTOW movement and the Red Pill movement, because this would. Do you not know that these women give red flags that they're fucking crazy like this? And then they want to fucking cry about how women ain't shit. Bitch, you fucking put your damn ain't shit dick in a fucking crazy ass woman. This woman saying stealthing is rape. I want to call it rape. Can we call it rape? Is it rape? Is it rape? Holy shit, these women are crazy. Don't feel sorry for them. Don't ever feel sorry for these people in the manosphere.
It's like an attempt to like moralize the fuck out of the conversation with like really
Do
silly
you think
way.
stealthing is sexual assault?
No.
Kind of, but like when we brought in the
No.
do you think
it's
sexual
not.
assault is worse than assault?
Me personally, no.
Okay, it's one of those words that's like so nebulous now that like sexual assault can mean everything from like a guy touched your ass to a guy like tried to rape you. So I
Okay,
just think
so
that
I
calling
get-
something so because what you're saying is trying to say like it's not reasonable to expect a woman to expect to be able to say something during a quote unquote sexual assault. Well, for a lot of those types of sexual assault, it absolutely is, and for a lot of other types of sexual assault, well, maybe not.
Guys, how I don't, A. Hogan, how do you not, I don't understand. Who's confused by this tweet? Now, I will give some of y'all a pass because some of y'all could possibly be very inexperienced with dealing with the opposite sex, and you probably inexperienced sexually. I'm gonna probably give you this pass. But what part of this makes you think she's talking about more than one guy? Now, at the end, you missed it because you came in here late. I said that the last part of here is she's being passive aggressive. Instead of actually taking accountability, she's putting this shit on men. So let me read it again because some of y'all came in late. And that's your fucking problem coming into my chat late. I'm going to say this again for the last time. I'm going to read the tweet. A dude slipped his condom off during sex after I asked him to wear one this week, and it's been bothering me, but I was too awkward to say anything. Not even the first time this has happened. Stop doing this, men. What I said was, this is a passive aggressive shit that because this woman don't know how to use her fucking mouth to tell the man during the process, hey, you took the condom off. Get your dick out of me. Get off of me. We're gonna stop having sex because you just fucking violated my boundaries. No, she didn't say nothing because it was awkward. It was awkward. So I said, she's probably passive aggressively trying to tell the dumb motherfucker to not remove the condom. So therefore she blankets it over all men. And I said, I don't have no proof of this, but I said, maybe the guy who did this to her is following her on Twitter. So since she don't know how to open her fucking mouth and tell him during the process or even after the process, she wants to be passive aggressive and start blaming all men and doing this shit publicly on Twitter. Publicly on Twitter, which is a stupid thing to do, because then you're going to have a bitch like me respond to this and be like, you a dumbass bitch. How the fuck you don't tell this motherfucker, hey, especially if he keeps doing it over and over and over again. That means, you know what? This is what you deserve, because if you let him keep doing this to you, then you're a masochist. You're a masochist. All right, here we go. So are we clear now? This is one guy. She told several times to wear a condom. He doesn't do it. She still has sex with him and refused to hold him accountable and tell him to not do that anymore. Nor does she punish him when he violates her boundaries. Because she doesn't want to feel awkward. She said it was too awkward to tell this motherfucker stop doing this shit or you don't get no more pussy. We're not gonna have sex anymore because you don't know how to fucking keep a condom on. Now, if that's a fucking... Shit, I need to take this phone call. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. Hold on a second.
To a guy that's creepy, pushes
You
boundaries,
think
breaks boundaries,
I'm a
and he
rape
can just rape her.
creator?
Yes,
Are you talking
absolutely.
about the responsibility of women is helping women?
But
Yeah, for
you
both
understand
sides,
he's
that's-
telling women to.
I'm so sorry, guys. Oh God damn it. I am so sorry that was a very, very important phone call. Let me see what you guys are saying, because I think I'm gonna rewind it and then respond to it. Holy shit. Unfortunately, it's not talked about because it's not fit the narrative. Women who often get stealth are usually easy lays. I don't say that. I was, like I said, I was stealth twice. One was unintentional and the other one was intentional. I don't believe it's easy lays. I'm not an easy lay. Excuse me, I wasn't an easy lay. The first time the condom the condom broke and he was too lazy or too trifling to tell me that it did. And once I looked down and saw that the condom broke, we immediately stopped having sex. Then a second time, I had sex. By the way, all these two situations happened in college. Oh, who often get stealth. Yeah. Because the second time it happened with a different guy, okay? And I looked down and I didn't see no condom. I stopped. I immediately stopped and I go, "Where's the condom?" And then he was like, "Oh, it was hurting." And like I said, I use my mouth to say, "Oh, really? Okay, we are not having sex anymore." Because see, I don't trust the man anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you stealth me, like I only had it happen twice to me. And I told him, I said, "No, we're done. And they'll get mad, but I'm sure, you know, what you gonna do? You ain't gonna beat my ass, and if you try to fucking rape me, then you're gonna go to jail afterwards. So it's like, the thing about it is that I never had to worry about this shit of, oh, I feel awkward. So I hate to do this to you guys, but I'm gonna have to rewind it because I had to deal with that phone call. Damn, man. Oh, why is my life not easy? Holy shit, man. All right, hold on. I'm going to respond to this up until 2 o'clock and then we're going to stop. So let me rewind it. Let me see where I left off at. Hold on a second.
I think that it's perfectly fine for this discourse to have started, and I think there's a
Show engagements, okay? I talked about it on my podcast. We talked.
And that's what it calls
Okay,
it.
so
I feel like when
regardless
we're-
of what we,
Hold on,
I just want to finish my point.
Oh, did you not finish? Okay, finish your point.
No,
then
I didn't.
We gotta go straight to Cherry then.
All right, so semantic aside, definitions aside, like legal definitions aside, great. I think the larger point here was the way that it was being treated on Twitter, right? Like, instead of going straight to giving personal advice that, again, these women have probably already been told, hey, if you keep on getting assaulted and having these bad experiences with these really shitty men, maybe you should stop going, like, out and, like, casually hooking up with people. I guarantee you her friends have told her that. If that is what is happening, which
You
is
don't
not
know
what was
that.
happening with this individual as far as we can tell. But that's
Hold on. You don't know that. You have no idea that her friends are just as dumb as she is. You see what I'm saying? You don't know that. Oh, Tree, I really like the site. No 200 word limit and all the animated GIFs you can eat. I know. Isn't my site awesome? I would love to have this channel connected to it, but I couldn't do it. I had to do it later. I got so much shit going on in my life, guys. Y'all have no idea. One woman show. But no, you don't know if her friends told her that because her friends could be stupid like she is. You understand? Like, you are a product of your own environment. People tend to have similar mindsets tend to hang around each other.
Thing. What would probably be better is having a conversation about how the way that we.
By the way,
teach
I'm
people
gonna let
about
y'all know
consent
something.
is
I am
very
going to
tough.
probably cut a lot of this out where I was on the phone. I think I'm gonna cut that out. So it doesn't show like what was that? Well, how long was I on the phone? I was on the phone for like what? Hold on. What? however long I was on the phone, oh wow, holy shit, yeah, that was like 40 minutes or 30 minutes or something like that. I'm gonna edit that out and then just show this part here so it doesn't just see me on the phone the whole entire time.
Toxic in our society, right? Your takes in the past regarding, obtaining consent versus consent being something that is just kind of happened upon and built, right? Not making it a goal that the guy is trying to achieve. Like, that would be a conversation that you can have, be constructive, probably would
Yeah,
play
because
into
you can
this.
always
and-
talk on the man side, but you can't say a single thing that a woman could do to improve these types of consensual interactions. It's impossible without
feel like
immediately
It wasn't
being
a
able to explain.
consensual interaction.
It was. They were fucking. That was the consensual part. So they were in a
And
sexual
the
interaction.
consent was removed when he stealthed her. That is the
That
entire
is-
point.
No. The sexual act doesn't not. No. The sexual act is still consensual. Just because women. Just because a man takes a condom off does not mean he's raping you. And it does not mean he's sexually assaulting you. He is violating your boundaries, okay? But you're still consenting to the sexual act. Now, like I said earlier, because maybe some of y'all women have a problem looking down there at your female parts. And I can't speak for this generation of women, but I'm sorry, if you don't look down to see that he still has a condom on, unless y'all having the entire sexual act in doggy style. Even then, you can reach under and feel his eggplant. You can see if he still has the condom on. You know, I don't understand this. You can still feel it if you can't see it. And it makes me think that these women must be actual, like, I'm not being hyperbolic here, but when men say fucking her is like fucking a corpse, maybe they do have sex like this. Maybe they just lay there and just look at the ceiling and they don't engage. They don't, they don't look down. They don't look at the guy. They don't get sensual. Maybe they don't do any of this stuff. They just lay down and like, I wonder what I'm going to eat for dinner tonight. I mean, maybe they don't do that. Holy shit. But it's not rape.
The problem with this conversation is the words like sexual assault, sexual battery, rape, or whatever. It all loads this entire conversation. Everything minus taking the condom off was a consensual act.
True.
Okay? And the problem with taking the condom off, would you just listen to me? Holy shit. The problem with taking the
Okay,
condom off.
hold on. Let me just show y'all how low IQ these people are. Not this Charlie is. Hold on. Say, for instance, you're having sex and a man slaps your ass. You don't like that. And he slaps it again. You didn't consent to that. But you don't stop him. If you don't stop him, it's consent. Do you understand me? No. Hold on. Let's go back. Let's go back to the tweet. She said, I asked him to wear one this week. So they didn't have sex yet. It's not like they were sitting together and said, hey, put on a condom. No, she said, hi, like bitch, hi, sweetie, can you use a condom later on this week when we have sex? And he says, yes. Okay. And then he takes it off and you don't say nothing about it because you think it's awkward. Then you consented. Because my thing is, if you don't consent during the time, you would stop it and say, hey, you need to fucking put the condom on. But look at what she says. It's, But it's been bothering me, but I was too awkward to say anything. If it's too awkward for you to say anything, then guess what? He thinks you are consenting. Who disagree with me here? If you're not using your fucking words, how the fuck does he not know? It's just like I said, if a man keeps slapping your ass when he's having sex with you and you don't say stop, then you're letting him know that you consent to getting your ass slapped. That's what that is. So the thing about it is that when you don't tell him, hey, stop, if you don't put on a fucking condom, we're not fucking no more. But no, she's feeling awkward. So it's your fucking fault because you basically making this motherfucker feel like it's a consensual thing. This woman isn't mature enough to be in the intimate. Exactly. And that's why Steven said, and I agree with him, if you cannot open your fucking mouth, don't have casual sex. Don't have casual sex. If you cannot even tell the person who you open your legs to, hey, put on a fucking condom, and you're like, I don't want to tell him because I don't want to make it feel awkward, then guess what? Keep your fucking legs closed. Keep your fucking legs closed. Holy shit.
And why it's a violation of someone's consent is that you could pass disease, you can impregnate someone. That's the part of the sex that they did not want. The rest of the sex was fine. Stop acting like this is like a violent thing that fucking happened.
Okay, so stop acting like after a stealthing happens, women are not in worse positions if they actually try to stop the man. One, there's the fights that can happen after they find out after the sex act is complete and they're like, what the fuck is this? Because I think we women know exactly what we're talking about.
Bitch, what you talking about fighting? Wait a minute. What kind of men do these women fuck? Excuse me. What type of men do these women open their legs to? I cannot relate to this. Oh, I don't want to tell this motherfucker not to I don't want to tell this motherfucker not to stealth me because I don't want him to fight me. What? What is this conversation? What is this conversation? Oh, you know what? I don't want you to beat my ass, so I'm not going to tell you to put a condom on. I can't relate to this shit, dude. Never in my life did I fear a man I opened my legs to. Now, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm a boss ass bitch. But please, ladies, is there anybody in here who was scared? Who was scared of the man you were fucking? I mean, this ain't Islam or some shit like that. This ain't Sharia law. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what is she talking about? This fighting shit. I don't want to have sex. I don't want to tell him to put on a condom because I don't want us to fight afterwards. Who the fuck are you having sex with? Yeah, what kind of man are you dating? Most be Tyrones, right? These are white women. We ain't even talking about no niggas. Okay, first of all, black women women, if you're having sex with a Tyrone or Ray Ray, that's a whole nother level, okay? Them niggas are rapists, okay? We're not talking about the Tyrones and the Ray Rays, okay? We don't deal with having sex with the Negroes, okay? All right? We don't deal with that. Them rapey ass people. No. We dealing with law-abiding men. Law-abiding men who are not part of the manosphere, men who are not part of the red pill community, men who are not MGTOW, men who have fathers in their lives. We're talking about men who are an asset to society, not a menace to society. Okay, we are talking about those. hey, those white women are dating black men, and guess what? If they get raped by them, then so what? But I doubt that these white women are dating no black men. I doubt. Listen, let's just stick to the panel. None of these white women are dating no crusty ass Dusty. They just not. They just not. They are not, okay? They are not dating no crusty ass Dusty. They just not. All right? I just refuse. They don't even have that type of demeanor that they would deal with the daggone crusty ass Dusties. They just don't. But my thing is this, is that the reason why I like this discourse is because we're talking about women on the left who are having sex with liberal men. I'm sorry, but these men are not the rapey kind unless they come from the dysfunctional red pill, manosphere, big towel community. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, then no. But my thing is still, it still doesn't even matter. My thing is this. If you fear the person you're having sex with, that's on you. You should be like, you know what? I'm scared of this person. Maybe I shouldn't open my legs to him. Maybe I shouldn't open my legs to him if I'm afraid of him. Holy shit.
We're like, oh, he wasn't wearing a condom. When we actually confront those men, then we're faced with violence. You don't get to tell me the difference. You don't get to tell me because I've.
What did she say?
Women are not in worse positions if they actually try to stop the man. One, there's the fights that can happen after they find out after the sex act is complete and they're like, what the fuck is this? Because I think we women know exactly what we're talking about when we're like, oh, he wasn't wearing a condom. When we actually confront those men, then we're faced with violence.
All right, hold on. If this dumb bitch is gonna be talking during, I don't even want to listen to that. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not gonna listen to dumb bitch. I cannot. You mean to tell me Destiny and this Shelly chick are the only two on here who have an intelligent position, and the rest of these dumbass bitches are talking about something? Oh my God, you're gonna be killed if you tell him to put on a condom. He's gonna beat your ass if he's put on a condom. Bitch, what? What the hell? No, man. Nah. I'm stopping at 2:00, dude. I'm not listening to this fucking ass. First of all, are you serious? Who's this chick called Stabby GMR? So you got this soy boy here with the ponytail, all right? Probably this motherfucker is probably a goddamn male feminist. Then you got this bitch right here, Stabby GMR, talking about some men are violent. Who the fuck have she's been opening her legs to? Who is it? Like what the hell? And then you have this other chick named Katie, who's oh my goodness, it's rape, it's assault, it's this, it's that. Oh my goodness, he took the condom off. Oh my goodness. Oh my God, we need to call 911. So it's 2 against 3. It's Steven and this chick. Who the most intelligent one on here against these 3 fucking daggone, fucking goddamn low IQ idiots? Excuse me, inbreds. Wow. Is Stabby also the name? Good one, Sun Dormant. Is Stabby also the name of her boyfriend? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
You don't get to tell me the difference. You don't get to tell me because I've had both, Cheery. I've had both. I have had, well, more than just 2, but I'm trying to tell you, I've had 2 kinds of assault. I am a military rape survivor, and I have had the very violent assault. And then I've had the other assaults that are difficult, that can lead to violence when you say, no, we're done now because you took the condom off.
Then it sounds like...
Let me tell you when bitches do that. Fuck this bitch. Okay, let me tell you when women do that shit. They're trying to manipulate the fucking argument and win it by giving you a guilt trip about their personal experience. People who do this are pieces of shit. They're trying to shut you down by giving you their anecdotal personal experience. You can't say this to me because I was raped. You can't do this. I am a sexual survivor. Therefore, everything I says should be taken as a priority over you. This is manipulation. This is emotional manipulation. I want you to understand this. Whatever happened to her ain't got shit to do with stealthing. If she was raped, which I'm going to find it questionable because right now she has no credibility because she's manipulating a fucking goddamn argument. What happened to her has nothing to do with this scenario, and it has nothing to do with stealthing. So her actually implanting her personal experience makes her a piece of shit because she's trying to shut down other people's argument by manipulating them, by emotionally manipulating the discord through her personal experience. If you do not agree with her, well then you believe that she deserved to get raped. These people are pieces of shit, and they get away with it because nobody called them out on their shit. Nobody calls them out on that. You could never do that shit with me. You could never say, shut up, I've been raped, therefore I know better than you, and therefore I win the conversation. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh, if we're going to sit up here and compare goddamn battle scars, motherfucker, let's do that. But this has nothing to do with the fact that this girl keep having sex with a man who keeps taking the condom off. She doesn't tell him it's bothering her because she says it makes her feel awkward. So because she doesn't open up her mouth and use her own words, it's her fault. Is the guy a piece of shit? Yes, he is a piece of shit for doing it. But you are not teaching him to do anything better. I told you men are stupid. Men are stupid because if you don't tell a stupid man that if he keeps doing this, he doesn't get any more pussy. How hard is that? How hard is that? All she has to do is open up her fucking mouth and say, you do that shit again and you're out. No, she doesn't do it. She says, I don't want to do it because it makes me feel awkward. Then bitch, that's on you. That's on you. These fucking men are not goddamn mind readers. If you sit up here and let them every fucking time, if you let him stealth you and you don't check him and you don't punish him, then he gonna keep doing it because he does not know any other way, because you're not telling him what he's doing is wrong. You're not even also making him suffer the consequences for his actions for violating your boundaries. During the entire sex, you see that motherfucker fucking you without a condom. You're like, I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to be awkward. I don't want to say anything because it makes me feel awkward. I don't want to say anything. Then fucking just deal with the fucking consequences. But don't sit up here and project that shit on all men. And also, this fucking goddamn bitch at the bottom, don't project your rape on other women. Many of us open our mouths and we can basically tell men, hey, fuck off. Now, by the way, I just want to say, if a woman has been raped, okay, let me just be honest. Let me be respectful. I am not saying it's your fault. But if you tell me that you put yourself in a position where you did not avoid that, and you did not learn from your past experience, then I'm sorry, you're gonna have to share the experience. You're gonna have to share the blame. Let me explain what I'm talking about. This actually happened to a girl in our dorm. Okay, girl in our dorm kept getting fucked up. Sloppy drunk. And she would go out and hang out with a particular guy on the football team. And we kept telling her, stop getting drunk, because you're going to meet one of these football players that are not going to respect your boundaries. So she cussed all of us out. She was like, y'all know what y'all fucking talking about. Y'all just mad because they don't want to date y'all. They don't want. I was like, bitch, you just go from one guy to another they're passing you around. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, they like me. I'm pretty. I'm better than you. You just jealous and all this other bullshit. Anyway, like I said, we told her stop getting drunk. And when I say drunk, we talking about pass out drunk. And the reason why we got tired of it was because them niggas will always call us to come get her drunk ass. And because I was the strongest and I was the biggest, I would basically be the main one carrying her along with my other roommates, carrying her fucking limp body back to the goddamn dorm room. So the shit was getting a little inconveniencing for us. And I thought to myself, how could somebody be passed out like this? And we would get mad at the goddamn guys because I'm like, you fucked her. Why can't you bring her up to the goddamn stairs? Now, I have to admit, there was some men who did do it. You know, there was some football players who did do it. But the fucking goddamn bad ones was like, y'all come get this bitch. You know, she passed out on my goddamn bed. And we could tell that this guy had sex with her while she was unconscious, but she didn't care, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, long story short, she ended up having a date with a new guy who just transferred to our college from Tuskegee University. Yeah, Tuskegee University. It was college at the time. And he raped her. She was drunk, but she wasn't passed out at the time. And she was not able to fight him off, and he raped her. Then the roommate raped her too. And afterwards, she was sober, still drunk, but was able to get out of there. And then she came and reported to us. And so we went to the police and this and that, blah, blah, blah. But the thing about it is that, you know, I broke ties with her because I said, we told you, stop getting drunk around these men. Stop it. We told you. Okay? Were the men wrong for doing that? Yes, they were. But she is also at fault because she kept going from one guy to another, and this guy was already manhandling her anyway. You know what I'm saying? Calling her all kinds of bitches and hoes. You know what I'm saying? She just ignored all the red flags. You know what I'm saying? And while she was, she's drunk, but she's not passed out, he's already having her way with her, and she's saying no, and he just ignores her. So women have to take responsibility for putting themselves in situations like that. You have to take some responsibility. It's not all his fault. When other women tell you, stop getting drunk as you go men hopping, out of all the men, we knew not to fuck with the men from the football team. These was like the worst of the guys. So we told you, stop guy hopping from the men on the football team and getting fucked up in the process. You know what I'm saying? Because we're tired of carrying your body to the daggone dorm. So much. This is why you should never drink yourself stupid and always have someone. There you go. Exactly. The unlucky maker. Did they go to jail? Yeah, they went to jail. But and that's because we convinced her not to, because she wanted to take a shower, and we're like, nope, gotta go to the doctor. You know what I'm saying? Do the rape kit thing. But the thing about it is that, but they didn't deny it. That's what made it bad for them. They didn't deny it. They were like, well, she was drunk. She came and had a date with me, and it's a long story. Anyway, and they got kicked off the football team and everything. Like, so you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that women can put themselves in a position, women can avoid certain situations to reduce their chances of getting raped. That is what I'm saying here on this situation right here.
We need to tell women to stop having casual sex. We need to listen to the Christians.
Wait,
Wait,
was
no,
it
no, I
casual
want to
sex?
go with
Is it
this.
casual sex,
I want to
Stabby?
go with this.
Let me finish my thing.
I would agree with the Destiny on that. Can I agree with Destiny on that?
Yeah, if we're
Really
gonna say
quickly,
that a woman
Destiny?
can't even speak up when there's like when a man is doing something violent around us, then we should say we need to have way less or no casual sex in society.
Beautiful.
I agree with Stephen. Like, have less. Like, if you can't handle casual sex, I mean, if you can't handle telling somebody not to not to stealth you, if you can't open your mouth and say don't do that no more, then maybe you shouldn't have casual sex. Maybe, but see, like I said, we are right wingers. We're not liberals. So this is what liberals do. You know what I'm saying?
Side here, let's actually go the full conservative route and make sure that women can't have sex. And now it's time to criminalize and imprison men for pressuring for sex or even wanting it, because that's where that's going to lead.
What? God, this girl is retarded. What? Hold on.
To stop having casual sex. We need to listen to the Christians.
Wait,
was
no,
it
no, no. I want to go with
casual
this.
sex? Is it casual sex,
I want to go with
Stabby?
this.
Let me finish my thing.
I would agree with the Destiny on that. Can I agree with Destiny on that?
Yeah, if we're
Really
gonna say
quickly,
that a woman
Destiny?
can't even speak up when there's like when a man is doing something violent around us, then we should say we need to have way less or no casual sex in society.
Beautiful. I'm on your side here. Let's actually go the full conservative route and make sure that women can't have sex. And now it's time to criminalize and imprison men for pressuring for sex or even wanting it, because
Bitch, I'm a right winger. Where the fuck did you get that women can't have sex? And so she's saying, what did she, okay, first of all, you're wrong. Okay. There's no such thing as conservative women can't have sex. Stupid bitch. And then she's saying that men should be criminalized for pressure. What?
No casual sex in society.
beautiful. I'm on your side here. Let's actually go the full conservative route and make sure that women can't have sex. And now
We can have sex.
it's time to criminalize and imprison men for pressuring for sex or even wanting it, because that's where that's going to...
Wait a minute. She wants to put men in jail for pressuring and wanting sex? She wants to criminalize men for pressuring and wanting sex. That shit should put them in jail?
leave. Is that what you want? Because if that's what you want, that's where this conversation can go. And we can actually start
no,
dealing
that's not
with...
true.
Wait. You got to be careful when you let bitches like this into the political realm. She says that you should criminalize men for pressuring and wanting sex. So when a man is begging, because I guess they could say that these are women who don't know. Them bitches at the bottom, they don't know how to say no to fucking men. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to say no to men. Ladies, those of my conservative or my right-wing ladies, I'm sure you all have met men who just begged and bothered the shit out of you to have sex, and you still said no. Not once. I'm sure you thought he should go to jail for that. I had a guy who I put in the friend zone. I put this guy in the friend zone, and he begged for the nookie. That's so old. He begged for sex for me for 6 years. To this day, still didn't get it. But coercing, coercing. I don't believe in, here's my thing, because I'm just going to just call women out, right? You either want the sex or you don't want the sex. Now, will women give a pity fuck? Sure, but that's because they want to give a pity fuck. But somebody's not going to talk me. Maybe I'm too strong-willed, so I got to be careful because most women are not like me. But I can never, ever think of a time where a man I did not want to have sex with talk me into having sex with him. Not once. That has never happened. Not once did a man I didn't want to fuck talk me into fucking him. That never happened. Never happened. Now, maybe it has happened to some women. Maybe some women felt pressured into having sex with some, but then that's their low self-esteem. I can't relate to that, okay? I just can't. I've never in my day have I been pressured to have sex with somebody I did not want. There has been time, and I always got to go to my college years, okay? There has been time where I was attracted to a guy. Hell, the Marie. Oh, actually, we could use the my first love, the guy I actually fell in love with. Remember, I told you guys he was 5'8", and he kept pursuing me. He was like, "Come on!" I was like, "You short? You too short? You too short? You too short?" And he kept making me laugh. And he was just so crazy. He was like, and he was in the Marines, and he was like, "Okay, check this out. Go on a date with me for one day. Just go on a date with me. And if you don't enjoy yourself, then you can lose my number and tell me to shut the fuck up. You can have a great dinner, and that's it. No pressure." So I did. I actually went out with him. I had a fucking fabulous time. I had a great time. And you know what? We had sex, and it was great. But the first time and the several times he was pursuing me, I wasn't interested. I was like, "Ugh, you too short. No." And I fell in love with him. I was like, "Oh my God." And remember, he had to go to Guam, unfortunately, in fucking 3 months. We tried to keep the long distance thing going, but it just didn't work out. So, but anyway, I was not interested into him. I was not interested in him. And he kept begging and begging and begging. And then finally he just gave me a proposal. I took him upon that proposal. And then I end up like, yeah, I like this guy. But I have to take it to my friend who, our friend zone, still in the friend zone, and who would constantly begging me for sex. And I would say no. But okay, the purpose of all that is they don't need to go to jail for that. They don't need to go to jail for this. You don't have to go to jail for any of that. You know? These people. All right, hold on. Let's continue this shit. Oh my God, these people are fucking just crazy.
Criminality of men when it comes to sexual aggression.
Hold on, pressuring somebody for sex? How would you even begin to lock somebody up like that? If
Yeah.
I ask you, do you want to have sex?
You
am I
said
pressuring
you
for
said
sex?
no more. You said no more casual sex. You said no more casual sex.
So what the fuck does that have to do with men pressuring women? So if a woman should not have more casual sex, then men should go to jail for wanting sex? Do you see how dumb these women are? I told you, these are the women that these stupid men that are all bitch mad are fucking. They're fucking crazy women like this.
Where are the men's responsibilities? I thought you were all about responsibility here. Let's do this. Come on.
No more casual sex means that outside of like committed relationships, you
Marriage.
probably shouldn't be-
Marriage.
it doesn't-
No. It doesn't necessarily mean marriage, you dumb cunt. It does not necessarily mean marriage. Okay? No more casual sex means you are in a committed relationship that could lead to marriage, or it could just still be a committed relationship where you're only having sex with that person and that person only for maybe years or a dedicated month or whatever. But you're not having sex with anyone else. It's that person. You're in a committed monogamous relationship. It could mean marriage, but it doesn't always mean marriage. Now, of course, I'm all for y'all getting married, okay?
Well, let's just
There
do
are
it the
other
conservative
types
Do you
of-
way.
think stealthing happens in
so we
committed
found some
relationships?
private chat
Destiny,
rooms.
Destiny,
Okay.
Destiny,
I
Destiny.
Now
don't
you're
know.
backing up.
Destiny.
Um, Yeah. So casual sexual. I don't know how many grades like back I need to go to explain like the difference between like a casual sexual experience versus like a sexual experience in a relationship. If I need to like explain the difference between those two, I can. I didn't think I'd have to on this. I didn't know
'Cause
that's
she
the way
dumb
we're
as
at in this
hell.
conversation. But for everybody else that's keeping up, a casual sexual relationship should probably be avoided if it's happening with people you're having a one night stand with. You don't have any like longer term like committed relationship with, because the chances for that person to push a boundary are probably going to be higher than within a committed relationship with somebody that you trust.
True.
I've heard 5 different definitions of casual sex this week. So if we could clarify it, that'd be great. I think that'd probably be helpful.
Sure. Casual sex is with people that you're not dating or have long-term dating relationships with. And casual, or I'm sorry, that would be non-casual sex. It would be like committed relationship sex. Casual sex is like a one-night stand or something like that.
But you know that that's not where most I
Assaults
can't
and-
even say
I
sexual.
would say casual sex is. I need to use a different definition than what Steven is using. My definition is casual sex is having uncommitted sex with more than one person, where there's no expectation of commitment or any type of favoritism included in it. It's just sex. It could be spontaneous sex, that you meet somebody and an hour later you on your back, or it could be somebody that you can go on a trip with and you're having sex with that person, and then you meet somebody else on the ship or doing a vacation or whatever trip, and you can have quick sex with them. You're just promiscuous. You're just promiscuous to having casual sex with, and also you can have casual sex with one person. It does not necessarily mean a one night stand. You can have casual sex with someone that you know. I think it's called like a friends with benefits, right? If they still do that, you can still have like somebody that there is no commitment there. There is no, you got to go meet my parents and all that other shit. You just a booty call. A booty call is casual sex. A booty call or friends with benefits is casual sex with that one person. There's no commitment whatsoever. So it's my definition is a little different.
Assault, right? What should I say? When
Okay, we can talk in terms of probabilities.
Oh my god.
So then we either, if a woman is in a relationship and her boyfriend is doing something that is perceived that she's being sexually assaulted or raped or whatever, or there's a boundary being pushed, if you can't say something there, then just don't be in a relationship. I don't know what to say to you. You have to be treated like a child, essentially, because you can never stand up for yourself, or you have to hope. You're giving all the power then to the man in all of these circumstances
True.
for whether or not he's going to decide to rape you, since it's just impossible as a woman to ever assert a boundary otherwise. If that's the type of world you want to live in, you can.
If
But
you can
I wish
say-
people
if you
like
can
you
say
would just
that,
stop
wait.
talking publicly. Jesus Christ.
If you can say that, wait a second. If you can say that, then women don't own rape, men do. So maybe men aren't mature enough, and maybe men are too criminal to have sex.
Yeah, men.
That is
hold
an
on.
overwhelming.
Men rape, sure. By the way, women can rape too. I'm just putting it out there, okay? Women can rape men. It's been done. It can be done. However, I just want to say this. Anyone who forced themselves on someone else against their will, that in itself is rape. However, it depends on the context, because it's not always the man's fault. I just gave you guys the scenario where a woman knowingly put herself in a position where she was going to get raped. And she just did not care and just didn't give a shit and told us to shut the fuck up. The guy who raped her was dead wrong. They went to jail for that. However, she put herself in that position knowingly, okay? So, I mean, you can put yourself in situations to avoid being raped. Like, the dumbest, for example, if a woman takes off all her clothes and walk into I guess you could say if she goes to the hood and walk behind a She takes off all her clothes except for the high heels, and she walks into the hood, and she purposely walk down a alley. You cannot sit up here and say that it is completely the man's fault for raping her. All right? Yes, most of it his fault. He should know not to do that. But if you go, I'm sorry, it's amazing that these liberals don't get mad when a dumbass go into a polar bear encampment and then the polar bear eats that bitch up, right? Y'all remember that? Y'all remember this fucking big old chunky white woman went into inside of a polar bear. She was at a zoo. She crossed the barriers and went into a polar bear encampment, and the polar bear chomped on her fucking leg and just was fucking her up, right? Ain't nobody get mad at the polar bear. It's in its nature to do that shit. She crossed over the boundaries, okay? She crossed over the barriers trying to take a picture of the fucking polar bear. It's on YouTube. I'm not gonna play it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna just show it to you. Hold on a second. It's on YouTube. Woman gets bit by polar bear. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Hold on.
एक दिन एक महिला इन
Hold on a second. Is this it? Hold on a second. Yeah, hold on. Look at this. Okay. I'm not gonna play it, but you can see right here. All right. A polar bear grabs the woman's leg and pulls her back into the water. This woman jumps into, this was in Germany. This woman jumps into a pool of polar bears because she wanted to play with the polar bears. The polar bears looked at her and like, holy shit, we about to eat good tonight, boys. And they begin to attack her. And she does her best to swim away. Now, if you look at these liberals and ask them, should we kill the polar bears? Because the polar bear should know better than to eat a human being. No, it's within the polar bear's nature. Okay? It's within the polar bear nature to do this. They see a human within their habitat, their natural instinct is going to kick in. If you as a woman put yourself in a position where you're around violent men and they act upon that aggression, sorry, you're going to have to take some blame there. And if they say, oh, you're victim blaming, then you got to give the polar bear and this woman scenario. I'm like, should we blame the polar bear or should we blame the victim, the woman? Who's at fault for this? Because if you ask me, it's the fucking white woman's fault for jumping in the goddamn pool. I would not even blame the polar bear. But it's different when we're talking about humans, isn't it? Do you see what I'm talking about? It's so different when we're talking about humans. When we're talking about humans, it's like, oh no, that's different. He should know not to rape. He should know not to rape. But you came into his element. Booty butt ass naked. What did you expect him to not? I mean, I'm sorry. This whole thing of we should teach men not to rape. How about we teach women not to put themselves in harm's way around men who would more likely rape? I like those words better because if you can avoid these type of men, and I'm not saying that's every scenario because most women are raped by somebody they know. All right. That happens. But what I'm saying is if you want to cut down on your chances of being raped, then there are certain things there's a way you vet men and there are certain situations you go through. But what I'm saying is that I'm showing you that it's not all on one person. It depends on the context. It depends on the context. If a woman is going on a date and a guy roofies her and rape her, 100% his fault. Except if the girl, now that's 100% her fault. When does it become 50-50? When she goes on a date with him again. You see where I'm going with this? The first time he goes on a date, she goes on a date, he roofies her and have sex with her. She wakes up and she knows she has been raped, but she doesn't do anything. She doesn't go to the hospital. She doesn't go to the police. She says nothing. Then she goes out with him again and he does it again. She goes out with him again after he has violated her the first time. So it just depends on the situation. It depends on the narrative. It depends on the context. I don't automatically go, oh, it's the man's fault. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's get back to.
Horrific statement. But what you're going with this...
No, hold on. I would agree with you. If you're a man that stealths somebody or tries to get somebody intoxicated to the point they can't say no or anything else, I would say, yeah, you shouldn't be fucking women either. Did you think that's a hard buy for me? What?
So that's my point. If you're going to sit there and say that maybe these women are not mature enough to be having casual sex, while completely skipping over the fact that the vast majority of any kind of, we can call it battery, stealthing, assault, any of those things, those are happening from people we already trust. I saw that come up on Twitter as well. People started talking about, if you don't trust him, you should not be having sex with him. Bitch, most of these things are happening with the people we trust. Period. End of sentence.
Hold on. If he what the fuck is this bitch smoking? If my king and I are having sex and I told him, don't cross this line, and he crossed it, there is no more trust. What the fuck are you talking about? He just violated my trust, you dumb bitch! There is no trust! Oh my God, hold on, wait a minute. Ladies, please help me out. Am I the one who, let me explain to you, this bitch is saying that the violation is coming from people they trust. Yeah, and when they violate their trust, you don't trust them again. Let's go back to the fucking tweet here. Hold on, because boy, the fucking bell curve is a goddamn lie. Let me read it again. A dude slipped his condom off during sex after I asked him to wear one this week, and it's been bothering me, but I was too awkward to say anything, not even the first time this has happened. Stop doing this. So he broke your trust the first time, and you do it again, and you do it again, and you do it again. So let me get this right. He breaks your trust, and you continue to let him fuck you. You was a dumb bitch. Because guess what? Once you break my trust, there is no more pussy. There is no more. You broke it. I no longer trust you. Do you see what I'm getting at here? I no longer trust you. So, holy shit. I'm sorry. I'm not going to watch all this shit, dude. I'm gonna let this bitch say something. Let me hopefully Steven will rebuke this stupid shit, and then I'm just done. I can't. I can't listen to low IQ people talk like this, dude. I can see it if it. Okay, let's see what the fuck let's see what he says to this.
The FBI has confirmed it.
That doesn't
Interpol
change
has
anything.
It's just one part of it.
Yeah, and that doesn't change anything I'm saying.
Exactly. It is one part of it. So if you're going to fix the casual sex part of it, let's fix the casual sex part of it and criminalize men over this. And if that's too far, then we need to back down.
You said stealthing was criminalized.
No, it's not. It's only illegal in California.
Okay. I'm done. Once again, I'm so done with this bullshit. Wait, she tells Twitter, but still has not said anything to the. Thank you, Simon. Thank you, Simon. This is what I'm saying. These bitches are crazy on the left. And I also said, I think she's doing a passive aggressive thing, that maybe the person, this guy who she's having casual sex with is on her Twitter. I don't have no proof of that, but I'm thinking that because she don't know how to use her fucking words, she's doing a passive aggressive thing by doing it on Twitter. Okay? But I'm like, I blame her by the way, I blame her 100% if you keep having sex with somebody who stealthed you and you don't fucking tell them about it. It's your fault. 100%. 100%. I can see if he did it to you the first time. Okay, that's on him. That's on him. But if you don't say nothing and you let him keep having sex with you, then you're the fucking problem. You're the fucking problem. If you don't tell him there is an issue, then how can he know there is an issue? And if you keep having sex with him, how? This bitch is dumb. Exactly. Just stupid. Can I have my brain cells back? The coof already took some away. Dark Sorrow, what's up? She's out here having casual sex with people she don't trust. Men, be cautious of these women. Actually, I keep saying these are the stupid type of women that the men that are in, well, the men that can have sex, because there's a lot of incels that are part of the manosphere and the red pill community in MGTOW. A lot of them can get pussy, but the ones who have gotten pussy have fucked stupid women like this, and so they get got bad. You know what I mean? They got real bad. Yeah. You on my line? Yeah, I'm about to log off. I can't take no more of this. So guys, but by the way, when I edit, I gotta tell y'all this. When I edit the video, because there was those of you who came here late, I had a very, very, very important phone call that I had to take. And I did not know that they were going to take this phone call when I was live on the air. So I'm going to, when the video finished processing, I am going to cut that big block out. And then it's going to be edited. And anytime you edit the video, anytime a YouTuber edits the video, it will remove the chat. So I'm sorry about that. But the next time I live stream on here, I am going to be live streaming simultaneously to my Tree of Logic website. The only reason I didn't do it is because I don't have the Restream hooked up. I don't have it hooked up to this. So there's that. Okay. What dumbass people get power and then they're smart? What do you say, Mr. Milky? Funny that they talk so much about RB3s, but okay. All right, let me see. Let's see what you throw out there will come back in return. You are who you attract, like throwing a boomerang. Boom! Headshot! Exactly, Tommy. Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. These I don't understand. I really don't understand this entire narrative that these women are talking about. This is just stupid. I'm referring to them feminists on the panel. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's just the bottom. It's like the male feminist named Spectre and them two dumbass girls underneath Prime and the other one. The woman above the blonde girl named Katie, she's intelligent. Well, let's put it in perspective. Everybody at the top row is intelligent. Everybody at the bottom row is dumb as fuck. Everybody at the bottom row is dumb as hell. So there's that. Okay, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and log off because I got some shit to do in reference to that phone call. So yeah, I am going to log off, And I'll see you guys on my political channel. No, excuse me. I'll see you guys on my website. I'll see you on my website. I'll see you on my website, treeoflogic.com at 8 o'clock tonight, okay? And I'll let you know if I do something like this again. I am so sorry about breaking the time in here, but I had a very important phone call. So I'll see you guys tonight at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Later, taters.